Open to anything in there. Mexican flavors, sliced jalapeno, oh come on, it's endless. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Share Farm Rick. Today we're going to do cheesy beef pockets, okay? A nice easy one. We did a pizza pocket not so long ago. We're going to do a nice cheesy beef pockets, okay? We got beef mince or ground beef, whatever you know it by. And we got a bit of onion, we got peppers and some cheese, a little bit of seasoning. We're going to throw it all together with some tortilla, fold it all over, stick it in the oven. Fabulous, fabulous, light. In fact, it's a perfect meal. Serve it with salad or guacamole, sour cream. Look, it's endless. Come on, let's do it. Okay, we got an onion. We want to dice the onion. It doesn't matter if you use brown, white, red. We want some onion, okay? So don't worry that I'm using red. It's what I had. So it's a nice little dice on there. As easy as that, yeah? Just dice it any which way you normally do. Okay, I'm back in that bowl. Peppers, capsicums, whatever you know them by, as much or as little as you like. In fact, I'm going to use this whole pepper, and I'm going to use a green one. We're going to have some contrasting colour in there. And as we know, the red is sweeter than the green, so we're going to have a different flavour. Again, we want some fine cubes. Of course we do. It's going inside our pocket. So we don't have to have huge cubes. Garlic if you want it. Boom, let's get it mashed up. Big or small as you like, as usual. That will do. We got some lovely big chunks there, look. We're ready to go, come on. Stick your oven on about 200 degrees. Now, I'm using a pizza tray. It doesn't matter what you use. Okay, you just use a flat tray. But this, I'm gonna line it. I anticipate cheese coming out all over the place. And we're gonna put cheese on anyway. Then we can just slide it off, okay? Bring in the pan that you're going to use. We're going to cook off this filling. Oil of choice or no oil. This is olive oil. In there, onion. So we're going to put some flavour in here and let the beef take on our flavours. And we want a beaten egg. So let's just beat it up now. Now you don't have to go too much on the onion by doing it this way, because it's still going to cook with the beef. So in there with your beef mince, your ground beef. Now this recipe is open to any ingredients that you like. You don't have to be beef, it could be chicken, it can be pork, anything. Chopped up shrimp, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's nice, it's steady. We're going to put the veggies in there, we're making a pocket. You can even just do it all veggie, make a veggie pocket. When it comes to seasoning, just stir your meat in by the way and break it all up as you're cooking. When it comes to seasoning, I'm going to use oregano, salt, pepper, a little bit of ginger powder, soy sauce, just as a seasoning. This is open to Tex-Mex, Mexican. Oh, look, you can use your taco seasoning here. You can do anything. The seasoning of your choice. It's a pocket, okay? It doesn't matter what you got in there. You like it, you put it in. So get a little bit of colour on there if you can, because it is actually going to be inside. And we're going to just season this meat up as we go. We've got a little bit of salt going in there. Salt and pepper to taste. Put in whatever you like, obviously. Got a little bit of black pepper in there. And just give it a cooking. Break it up. So it only takes about 5 or 6 minutes to start getting a little bit of colour on there, and that's going to deepen the flavour of the beef. We got a little tinge coming in there. Our chopped capsicum peppers. Let's get those cooked off, broken down in there. Now we've got some colour coming on. Look at that. That's going to make a fantastic filling. Okay, while we're cooking away in there, I'm going to chuck in some dried oregano. You can put in whatever you like. Mixed Italian seasoning, anything, come on. We're just going to get some flavour cooked in there. That's going to rehydrate. Smells amazing already. You know, if you had a Mexican seasoning, a taco seasoning in here, wow. We're a bit plain Jane today. We're just going to do a little bit of ginger powder, some paprika and soy sauce. That will do us. And we're going to put in a beef broth actually, a little bit of beef broth. Just keep it really moist inside. So we can have a little space there, look. In there your garlic. Give it about 30 seconds to start tinging and stir it in. We'll have a splash of soy sauce in there. Now, you could use Worcester sauce if you wanted. We're having a change here. Now, we're not going crackers with the ginger powder. We're going about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And we're going to put some sweet paprika in here. Now, this is open to anything, obviously. Chili flakes, chili. Yeah, about a teaspoon. That gives us some flavour in there, doesn't it? We just want to stir that in there, give it about 30 seconds. And we're going to stir some beef broth in. Now, this beef broth is made up of gravy granules. And it's only about 4 tablespoons. That's all it is. Not 4 tablespoons of gravy granules. About 4 tablespoons of gravy. Now that is going to give us enough moisture inside our pockets. Of course it is. Look at that. Okay. Can be prepped ahead of time too. So you could cook this one day, chuck it in the fridge, make your pockets up another day. Okay, that's cooling down quite nicely. I've got tortillas on here. These are about 10 to 12 inch tortillas. Frozen tortillas actually. So we need to be coming down there. We want to be halving it. That looks bigger than that actually, but not to worry. So there you go. We've got a half tortilla. So bring some of your mix in. Something like that, look. Same on this side. We could have too much there. But you know me. Everything overflows and we get a good filling. Okay, on there. A little bit of cheddar. Don't forget this is a beef and cheesy. Okay, on there. Mozzarella. And yeah, you know me. As I've just said, I pack it out. I don't see the point in making something that you can't enjoy. Right, here's what I showed you before. And for those people that have never seen it before, we're just going to do it now. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick this with a little bit of our egg wash. Okay, I'll bring that around there like that. That's going to give us a bit of a glue this time. We've got quite a lot of filling which will definitely come out of here. Now we bring our tortilla over. We don't fold it like this. We bring it over and tuck it down against the top. That forms our triangle. Okay, you can squash that in there if you want. That's forming our triangle. Okay, if you fold it over like that, the filling definitely coming out. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to fold it over nice and tightly and bring it down to the bottom. And that gives us, I'm just going to run that little bit of that egg under there, look. That gives us a perfect triangle. That is a fantastic beef pocket. Now you've got the cheese underneath, you've got the beef there. Don't worry about it. On our pizza tray or whatever you're using. So let's do the same with this one. Again, you lift up and you don't fold over because that's pointless, look. You lift up and you pull over to the top. Just squash all that in there with your thumb, that don't matter. Down there like that. I'm going to rub that on there this time. And then you bring that over and you join it to the back like that. Okay? Easy, easy. Lemon squeezy. And there is our beef pocket. Carry on, my brother John. So we want to be brushing this with an egg, nice and steady. That's going to give us a nice coating over the top. And we are going to put some cheese on here, of course we are. We're making beef cheesy pockets. I'm just going to tuck that inside actually, because if it bursts out, it might come out over the tray. Ah, well. No worries. And we want to be on there with a bit of cheese on every one. Okay. Now this is going to crusty up, obviously. Run down in between. It's going to sticky them all up. We'll have to prise them all apart. That is absolutely fabulous. And we'll hit that up with a little bit of mozzarella. Okay, we're wanting that in the oven 20-25 minutes and then out and rest for a couple of minutes. Get it in, come on. Okay, when you've had your 20 minutes or so, look at those things, come on. On there. Oh, that is incredible. Just look at that. That's our fabulous beef pocket. Whee! Beef pockets. Just leave them alone 2 or 3 minutes and we'll serve them up. Now, if you want to try to be posh, like I'm going to do now, but it doesn't really matter, chuck some parsley on. Now, do we wait 2 minutes or do we just get in? Come on. Oh, look at that. On there. Oh, look at that thing. You know, you want something really delicious on there. A little bit of sour cream. Oh yeah. And on there, some sriracha. Now obviously serve it with a humongous salad if you so wish. That is up to you. Come on, we're in here. Through that crispy, crispy skin. Oh yeah. That is absolutely incredible. Oh, come on, we're in. Look at this in here. Our cheesiness, our beef mince. Oh, that's warm. Oh. That is absolutely off the charts. Oh yeah. We got that crunchy cheese on there. We got this crunchy tortilla. Really nice crunch on there. We got a lovely cooked tortilla on the bottom. Inside there we got that cheesy pull. All that cheese in there, look at that. Our moist beef filling. And we got this sriracha, sour cream. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. That is really off the charts. That is an absolutely fantastic beef pocket. Open to anything in there. Mexican flavours, sliced jalapeno, oh come on, it's endless. You can put what you want. Go chicken, go pork. That is amazing. Oh, the crunch, you got the cheese in there. Oh, it's just off the charts. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make cheesy beef pockets. Serve it as is. Serve it with salad. Do whatever you like. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. Oh, we'll catch you in the next video. You can't beat that.